When I was your age, I was head of the debate club, captain of the soccer team, and second violin in orchestra. Every year, I wanted a new feather in my cap. But when I tried to add honor roll student on top, I fell apart. Instead of being good at a few things, I wasn't good at anything. So, I scaled back. Balance is a process, not a destination. I'm still working on that. Oh, come on. Come on.
That line right there by Aunt May talking about balance is exactly what Marvel Spider-Man 2 was all about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's been controversy on Spider-Man Twitter. When is there not? But recently we have heard that Spider-Man Miles Morales is now considered the main Spider-Man going forward, at least for a little bit, in the Insomniac universe. And of course, people have taken huge disliking to that, mostly racists, but there's also people that just genuinely, just don't think it's earned, just don't understand why Peter took a break. So I'm here to dissect that in this video for people that don't quite have the media literacy abilities to absorb this information, okay? So right off the bat, let's talk about this cutscene. Now, this whole thing is about balance, yeah? Peter Parker has never been able to get the balance needed as Spider-Man. And when this cutscene was over, we're talking about the Emily May Foundation. Peter immediately says to himself, wow, I don't really, want to leave this, but I'm dealing with this. And, you understand what I'm saying? Like, he's immediately gone to this situation. He's like, I want to be Spider-Man, but then I've got this, but then I don't know what I'm doing because Craven's still about. And then I've got, but I don't want to let Harry down. I want to do the Emily May Foundation, make some big bucks from science and stuff like that. And of course, because of that, he's also neglecting his home life, which Mary Jane brings up when she screams, she feels ignored, things like that, right? So throughout this entire game, we have established that Peter struggles with balance. Now, when he's wearing the symbiote, he even says to Miles that now he is everything everyone wants him to be, right? Because the symbiote, in his mind, gave him the ability to do absolutely everything without fail. This, however, obviously not true. Kind of perverted, warped mind. Miles says, you don't even answer my phone calls, man, all right? And obviously he's a bit of a dick to Rio. He's a dick to MJ. He's a dick to Harry. He isn't everything everyone wants him to be. In fact, he's pretty bad at everything, Like, it even doesn't really make him a better Spider-Man, because obviously the whole point of Spider-Man is you're a force of good. And realistically, he was one singular body away from becoming Venom. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if he killed Craven, that's it, with Venom. So, he wasn't even being a good Spider-Man. See what I'm saying? And when the game progresses, he starts realizing that being a better Spider-Man, being a better hero, isn't necessarily taking all of the responsibilities of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but it's actually letting people help. It's letting Miles Morales take the spotlight a bit more with confidence. It's allowing, Mary Jane to be his girlfriend, open up a lot more to her. It's by using Peter Parker's greatest power, his brains, to do great responsibility, healing the world. That's why he still has the Emily May Foundation. That's exactly why when the invasion was over, he said, tried to anyway, and Miles said, I've got this, man, because Peter Parker has finally understood towards the end of the game that he needs balance. He needs to work on Peter Parker for a while because he can do the most good, especially because of the Emily May Foundation, as Peter Parker. I think that is so, it really does yell it into your face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, other plot points needed time. This game needed to be longer, 1000%. There is so much that they could do here, but I think that the main thing is that once again, when Spider-Man wins, Peter Parker loses. When Peter Parker wins, Spider-Man probably loses, or something like that. I mean, that's more of a lesser case, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes they both just lose, and when, you know, when that happens, that's when, you know, status quo of Spider-Man's got to change. That's when Peter's sort of, you know, said, right, okay, I trust that Miles can keep the city safe. And I saw a lot of people being like, what, so his balance is not wanting to be Spider-Man anymore? That's not what this is. But Peter doesn't not want to be Spider-Man anymore. All right, he will be Spider-Man. In fact, Brian Intihar posted this about jumping to conclusions, and James Stevenson even liked one of Evan Falaka's tweets, basically, you know, saying like, why would Peter not be in 3 when the two villains are probably going to be Green Goblin and Doc Ock? Like, are you mad? Miles has never met either of them properly, you know what I'm saying? So why would they just say, bye Peter, see you in a bit, mate? You know what I mean? So I don't really get what people's problem is with Peter going on break. And again, people have been saying, what if the DLC's Carnage? Peter will be in that as well. Like, I think that the thing is that, yes, Peter can go on break, but he never said like, oh, don't worry, if a big villain comes to town and you're getting absolutely effed, I'm just going to watch on TV and eat my chips and just go to sleep or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to do that. If there's a villain, he will go out there as Spider-Man and he will fight with Miles Morales. But yeah, at the moment, there is no big invasion. There is no mega super ultra duper villain hanging about, right? There is none of that. So Miles can handle New York, and I think that, you know, I had this problem literally yesterday. I was thinking of the story a little bit. I was like, hang on a minute, did we not do this in Miles Morales? Did we not do this whole like the city's yours kind of thing? Not really. A lot of people kind of, you know, called me out on it and said, well, there's a difference between this one, because in the original game, Peter didn't really have a lot of confidence. He wanted to, you know, keep rushing back to New York, being like, Miles, just tell me, I'll be on the next plane. And Miles, you know, wasn't too sure of himself either, whereas this time it was a mutual like, you got this, we're good, we can do this, you know. And I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's a huge difference. But I promise you guys, it's just to maybe write Peter out for a game, or not even that. Like, it's just to sort of say like, he's not going to be always patrolling the streets, you know. There isn't a sort of thing of like, oh, police sirens, let me immediately get on my Spider-Man outfit. It's going to be a case of, I'm sure Miles has got that, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. That is literally it. So I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if you agree with me or not. I don't know if you sort of listen to this and you think this guy's absolutely losing his mind, but that's just my opinion on it. I really don't think it's a big deal. I think that, you know, we'll be fine.